Just kidding. Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit silly today. Welcome. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday night? It started out a little bit gloomy today, but we ended up, I'm watching the sunset over the western woods right now, and it ended up being a pretty nice day. I wasted the whole day. I shouldn't say I wasted it, but I didn't get outside and get much work done like I had planned on. I ended up working in the house and napping because, of course, I was up all night last night. But night before last, I did sleep. So I did end up up all night last night. So I just want to show you before I get drills in my tray. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and I want to show you where I'm starting from on this big Dreamer Design Sunday afternoon in spring, I think it's called. Yeah, Sunday afternoon in spring. So let me move my drills. What had happened was I just got this back from Mindy on Thursday. And Mindy, I have to say, I deserve this because I made a big mistake. So let's take a look at where we're at here. Let's see, can we get it all in? The portion that we have finished? We're getting there. So when I gave it back to Mindy, I was about right. I had done a little bit of this section, but not much of it. And I had gotten done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I did like 8 sections. And then Mindy she finished this up, and then of course she finished up the blues that I ran out of over in this section here. And she went all the way over here, and she did her beautiful blue dressed lady that she was wanting to do. And a little bit over to the side next to her. So that's where Mindy got done at. I picked it up and on Thursday, and I am starting from, I'm working these 2 release papers up here. But I'm going to be working upside down, which is why I wanted to show you guys this and show you how far we had gotten before I set my drills on top of it and then turned it upside down, because you're not going to be able to see anything. But it is looking gorgeous. And I want to just give you some perspective on this. So we are thinking we are about 1/3 of the way done once I'm finished with these 5, 6, 7 sections. We're thinking that'll get us to the 1/3 of the way done mark. So I'm just going to roll this out and show you. Okay, so from here to here, let me measure how much we have done. I have the tape measure right in here, or at least I did. There it is. So we are done about 28 inches. So that let's do it in centimeters, since that's how we usually measure our diamond paintings. 70 centimeters wide by this thing is 60 centimeters tall. So that's how far we have done. Let me show you how far we have left to go. So we're ending off right here, and we still have all of this, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and ending over here in the gazebo. We have all of that left to do. So it's a lot. It's a lot. We got a long ways left to go. I'm going to measure how many centimeters we have still to go. Just for the heck of it, even if my thing even goes that big. Oh yeah, it does. We have 109 centimeters left to go. Woo! So yeah, that's right, because it's 180 by 60 are the dimensions of it. But so I'm going to be working upside down, and I deserve to have to be working upside down because I kind of screwed Mindy over. And not intentionally, but she got this back for me the last time. And she was like, Angie, what were you doing when you... Well, she didn't say that, but she was like, yeah, I had to fill in quite a few spaces that you missed. So apparently, as I was multi-placing, I was skipping spots where it looked like they were together, but there was really a space in between. So I must have had too much wine on those nights. And yeah, must have had too much wine, and I missed some spots. So poor Mindy had to fix my screw ups before she could even get started working on her part. Ooh. All right, let me get my drills back out and situated, and then we'll get started. And I'll say hi to everybody after I've yacked my head off. Let me get set up, and then I will go look at the chat and say hello and see who all is here. Dawn's here. Dawn was the first one here. She wins the prize today. There is no prize, but she was the first one here. Dawn's here. And Joe. Hello, Joe. How are you? And Jody and Judy. Susan's here. And Sue Layden. Hi, Sue. How are you feeling, Sue? Are you feeling any better? Sue's been sick. And Sherry and Catherine and Minette and Deborah and Lisa. Anonymous is here, working and lurking. Yeah, Joe, I agree. I wish it was rounds too. And you know, that's a big. I have kind of an unpopular opinion when it comes to everybody saying that squares look better than rounds. I don't believe that. I have some gorgeous, gorgeous round diamond paintings that turned out looking just as beautiful as it would if it had been square. And now I understand the mathematical reason, because the square drills are smaller, therefore you have more drills per inch, so it's going to make it less pixelated. And you know, technically speaking, I guess that's true, but I just don't I don't know. I just don't find it to be a problem. I'm going to turn my silence on, because there we go. Now we won't get disturbed. My phone was buzzing, and I don't know if it was beeping you guys out or not, but it was because my phone is attached to my iPad and I record on my iPad. So I don't know if I was cutting out or not to you guys, but we'll make it so it's not. And I was using my favorite ugly pen, but just in case Caden shows up, I switched and I grabbed my my pretty pen from Custom Diamond Painting Pens by TJ. Love this pen. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, rounds would be way, way better. It is huge, Mindy. It is huge. Yeah, squares definitely take longer. Oh, Anonymous, squares out of the way for you? Wow. There, you know, it's funny because there are people, I have my friend Ashley who, she won't even do squares anymore. I don't know if she destashed all her square kits, but in terms of buying anything new, she won't buy it unless it's a round drill. So that's taken it a little bit. That's taken it pretty far. Now I prefer a round drill, but I go more by the image than by then whether it's round or square. And I'll do either. But if I do have like a square, I always have one of each, you know, going at any given time. So when I get squared out, I can just set it to the side and work on my round drill kit. But I have good news, everyone. Well, let me finish saying hi. Did I finish saying hi to everybody? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I have good news. I did finally finish Cape Cod Afternoon. It's sitting right here. I can show you. Oh, it got kind of wrinkled. Oh, it's upside down too. Now this was oh heavens, I just spilled a whole tray full of drills. Oh no, Mindy, don't yell at me. Oh my goodness. But I did finish Cape Cod Afternoon. I will get down on my hands and knees and pick them up because it was a whole tray full of drills. I'll get down on my hands and knees after the live and pick them all up. but this is Cape Cod Afternoon, my round drill kit, and I did finish it, and it looks just beautimous. I don't know, it'll go up, it probably in my back room, I'm thinking. Until I get my, there's another one that I want for the back room that, well, I have it. It's a Heaven and Earth Design kit. I haven't bought the drills for it yet. And I think I'm going to check out the lady that Mindy was talking about, the Francesca. I can't remember the full name of her company. Mindy will tell me if she's still here. Francesca's, what is it, Mindy? What's the name of her business? But anyway, I'm going to source my drills from her for my for my Heaven and Earth design that's going to ultimately get put up on the wall in my back room. But Cape Cod Afternoon is going to go up there temporarily until I source those drills and do that one, which, you know, could be another year at this point. So not only did I finish Cape Cod Afternoon, but I don't know if you guys watched, I did an unboxing on Thursday. I didn't publish it until yesterday though, of the diamond paintings that I got last weekend, thanks to the very, very generous support of Anonymous is Cool and Yvonne. And because I finished Cape Cod Afternoon, I felt completely justified in kitting this up and starting it immediately when I got it. So it is Persephone that came out last Saturday from Diamond Art Club. And I actually got a good amount done. I am done with 4 release papers across the bottom. I just have a little bit left out over here on this side across the bottom. And it's all brown and black so far. Nothing, I haven't hit anything interesting yet, but it's all brown and black. And I did pull out my sparklers. I have some sparklers for squares in the colors pewter and charcoal, and I'm going to use those for the skeletons when I get there. And then I have some in the color Sun-Kissed, and I'm going to use that that color for her hair, to highlight some of her hair up here where it's shining in the sunlight. And I think that that's going to look gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's what I got going on there. And then I got this back from Mindy on Thursday, and I opened up 2 release paper sections, which are 4x6. And I'm cruising on it. I'm cruising. Oh, urgent care told you to call your family doctor? Yeah, so you better get into the doctor. I hope you get better soon. Francesca's Studio Works. That's what it's called. Francesca's Studio Works. And I believe Mindy said that she's right here in Michigan. So I always like to support local businesses. So I am going to check her out as soon as I get ready to get going on that one. It's really, really pretty. I think I've showed it to you guys before. It's an old masters. It's is it a Van Gogh? I think it's a Van Gogh, and it's a field with an old man farmer with a around a windmill, like a Dutch windmill. It's very, very pretty. Lots of browns and golds in it, which my back living room is painted. The color of paint is called Golden Fleece, and it's like a mustardy color, and I thought that it would look really good back there. Because I have a painting that I bought, oh gosh, forever and a day ago. I bought at an art show here in town. They had an art fair, and we've had that painting on the wall back there for the past, since we've lived here, so over 20 years, 21 years. And you know, it's time for something new. It's time to look at something new. Now, here's a question for you. Do you tend to keep your furniture arranged the same way all the time, or do you like to rearrange your furniture and and update your artwork that's on your walls? I'm very much a creature of habit, and I tend to leave things the way they are forever. Like, I think I alternated corners that my recliner is in about 10 years ago. But so it was one way for 10 years, and now it's been the way that it is now for 10 years. But I'm very much a creature of habit with a lot of things, and I left it the way I tend to leave things the way they are. Just like with that artwork, I've had the same thing up for over 20 years, but I think it's time for something new. And then I'm going to do, my plan was to do Fruits and Flowers from Diamond Art Club. It's an older kit. Um, and I've had it for a couple of years now, but I plan on doing that one for my kitchen / dining room. We don't have a formal dining room. We just have an eat-in kitchen. So that's going to go in there once I finish that one, which I haven't even started. I don't know if that's round or square. I need to get an active round drill kit going. I know. I should just go into my whip pile and find something. And that is what I'm going to do. Now, after we talked last Saturday and we talked about pulling out Train of Dreams, after the live, I went and I found the canvas and I found the drills, which I had kitted up into a Craftmates Lockables container. But as I was looking at the drills, I realized that I was missing a strip of colors. So, in other words, there's 56 compartments in one Craftmates Lockable container, and that Train of Dreams must have more than 56 colors. So I must have put one sequence of drills into a different storage container. Do you think I can find it anywhere? Nope. Can't find it anywhere. So I'm on a holding pattern with the Train of Dreams until I can find the rest of the drills, which are probably in I'm going to have to basically sort through everything. And I have drill storage containers all over the place. And not all of them are very accessible at the moment because I keep my works in progress diamond paintings on the bed in the spare bedroom. I just have them laid out on the bed in the spare bedroom. But Maddie was staying here, and so she was sleeping on that bed. So I had to move all of my works in progress to the floor in the corner of my craft room. So that means I can't get to the drill storage containers that are back on the desk back there because all of my diamond paintings are laying there. So now that Maddie's moved on and she's moved into her grandma's house, today was the final day that she was gonna finish up moving from her stuff from Detroit. She still has stuff here in our house that she needs to get out of that spare bedroom. I'm gonna see her tomorrow for Mother's Day, so I'm really thinking about packing it all into a box for her and saying, here you go, kid, because I'm ready to have my spare bedroom back. It's kind of like my third craft room. I've got my actual craft room, and then I've got my front living room that acts as a craft room, and then I have my diamond paintings stored on the bed in that room. So it's kind of my third craft room, and I need the space back. Because I can't really even organize or do anything here in my craft room because I've got diamond paintings laying all over. And I did start to organize my yarn, which is on the other side of the room, and I did neaten that up quite a bit. But I can't really do a full sweep clean out of this room until I get those diamond paintings out of here. And I know I should be working on them and getting them finished, but I've got so many other things to do. Whoops. That really slid. I don't know, Mindy, did you notice that sub spots on the canvas on this? The glue is almost like slippery. I've noticed it a couple of times that the glue is a little bit slippery in some places, which is weird. Other than that, no problems. No problems with the drills. I've found very few junk drills. I mean, just a couple that had like little pinholes in the top of them. Um, no drills that are stuck together. I hate dealing with drills that are stuck together. No static, no nothing. Everything has been just peachy keen fine with this for me. With the exception that there are a couple of symbols that are dark. It's dark printing on a dark background. They should have maybe switched the printing to white instead of having it be black. But other than that, no problems at all. So what is everybody working on? Hi Joe, the other Joe's here. Oh, V is here. Hello V. When we moved, we trashed everything except our lounge chairs. Couldn't part with them. Heck yeah. Hi April, how are you? Joe says, I have an upstairs craft room, a downstairs craft room, and a crafting corner in my bedroom. I think I have a problem. No, Joe, you don't have a problem. You're just like me. You have to, did I tell you guys this story? So when I was cleaning my craft room, because I can't remember if I told you guys this or not. I was cleaning my craft room and I put some stuff out in the hallway as I was kind of moving things around in here. And then I moved it back in to the craft room after I was done, organizing in here. But apparently I left one box out in the hallway. So the next day, Jeff comes into my craft room and I was in here diamond painting. And he goes, you know what? You're just like Russia. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He said, I could give you all the space in the world and you still want more. You still want more space that isn't yours. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Pretty witty on his part. I'm going to take a quick drink. Sherry's working on Beach Days by Alan Gianna. And I have to say, I have been pronouncing his name wrong. It's one of those things that just won't stick in my head right. I keep wanting to say Alan Gianni, and I know it's Alan Gianna. I just, for some reason, it just won't stay in my brain that way. Okay, R's. I saw the R's. We got a few R's. R. And I don't know if you noticed, Mindy, but I had to tape some of the labels onto the containers because as I was sliding them in and out of the Craftmates portfolio, they were peeling off. So I had to put a little bit of tape on them. Catherine's going to have a finish tonight, everybody. Woohoo! My net's working on an Alan Gianna. Oh, Joe is working on Hazel World too. It's in my bedroom. It's in my bedroom corner. Okay. Lisa's still working on her Chuck Along. Only have the bottom row done. I worked on it this week because I was at Chef Diamond's house watching her fur babies. Cool. I didn't know that the two of you were friends. That's awesome. Jody's working on Aphrodite from DAC. Very cool. I can't picture what that looks like. I'm going to have to look that up. Did you show me? Aphrodite. Let me see if I can spell. Oh, yes, you did show me. Yes, she's pretty. She's very pretty. Oh, Joe, that sucks. You have Beach Days, but you don't really have it. V's working on Fish Woman by Elena Lazareva. I like her. I like her stuff a lot from Mary's Diamonds. I have never ordered from Mary's Diamonds, but did somebody tell me that some somebody bought Mary's Diamonds. Um, who was it? Another company, another business bought Mary's Diamonds. You guys probably know more than I do. I swear that's what I heard. I'm going to have to give them a try one of these days. I've got quite a few things on my list of stuff I want to do. So, does everybody have big plans for Mother's Day tomorrow? Now, let me ask you this question. If you are a mother, is it your responsibility in your family to still plan the day's event or plan what you're going to do for the day? Because in my family, it is. It's always the moms in the family that do the planning for the day's event, which to me is not fair, because if it's Mother's Day, then all we should have to do is show up. And the men should do the planning for the day. But that's not the way it works in my family. So I'll tell you what we've got planned. Tomorrow morning, Maddie's going to take me out for Mother's Day brunch, which sounds delightful. I went out to eat with Karen and Mindy on Thursday when I went down to Mindy's to work on retreat stuff. We went out to lunch. Now, that is the only second time that I have eaten with my new dentures in. Jeff and I went out to eat the night that I got them, and then I haven't been out since then. And when I eat at home, it's just easier to eat without them, believe it or not. So I don't wear them to eat when I'm at home. But we went out to lunch, and I had a wet burrito. It was delicious, and it was a little bit cumbersome, but not bad eating with them in. So tomorrow, with Maddie and I going out to brunch, will be only the third time that I'm going out to eat with my dentures. So I'm looking forward to, I think I'm going to get some Belgian waffles with strawberries. Is sounding real good to me. So that's what's on my radar. And then after that, we're going to go visit Jeff's mother. I don't think we have anything formal planned, like we're not going over there for a meal or anything, but just going to go over there and take her gift. And then at 3, we're going to go over to my mother's, and Jeff's super excited about going out to my mom's, because out where my mom lives, they also have morel mushrooms. They know where a stash of morels grows on their property. They have quite a bit of property. I think 20 acres they have, but then my stepdad's father lives across the street in Kitty Corner and has a farm, and he has like over 100 acres. So between the two properties, they've got some pretty prime real estate for morel hunting. So I think Jeff's more excited about going morel hunting than he is about going to visit my mom for Mother's Day. I think he's got ulterior motives for being excited about going out to my mom's. That's what I've got. So those are my plans, and then we're just gonna order pizza while we're at my mom's. There's a place in the little town that she lives in called Woody's. It's a bar, but they do quite the business doing takeout pizza, and their pizza is famous in our area. It's like the best pizza you've ever had. Now, I'm not a huge pizza lover, but if I'm going to eat pizza, I want it to be from Woody's. Woody's has got really good pizza. Mindy filled all these drill containers up for me. Wasn't that nice of her? So nothing's low. I'm not going to run out of anything. And she gave me the spares just in case. Bella Art, that's right, Mindy. Bella Art and Nicole did. Yes. I knew you told me that. Deborah's working on Captain America. Cool. Judy's working on War Pony for a housewarming gift. Yeah, you were working on that last week too, weren't you? And Dawn's working on Gazebo by the Sea, Ale and Gianna. Very cool. Oh, Mindy just finished her section. Whoop whoop. And she's going to start the top again. Wish me luck. Oh, that top, you guys, is driving me crazy. I'm going to show you. Maybe, let me go out and get it. I swear I brought everything in here that I wanted to show you, but I didn't think about bringing that in here. I'm going to go get it and show you what, no, I won't do that. But my stitch counts are right, but my wave and my peaks and valleys are not matching up, even though my stitch count is correct. I'm going to go watch her entire video again, and I'm going to go read through the pattern some more and see what the heck, if I'm doing something wrong or what. And I think that I'm just going to fake it and just make it so it works as long as my width stays the same on my single crochet rows, if that makes any sense. So the peaks should line up with the valleys from the row below and vice versa. And it's just not working out right. Now I haven't worked on it too much because I don't know if you guys remember, but last summer I made myself a top, and Mindy hates this top. And it has become my favorite wearable that I've ever made. It's, oh goodness, oh, that was my yarn ball, or my ball winder. It's this top here, and it is a pattern from Hobbii, Hobbii, and I love this top. This became my favorite thing to wear last summer. Wore it everywhere. And I wore it to a graduation party or a birthday party at my sister's, and my mom fell in love with it. So my mom is a teeny weeny woman. She's a very tiny woman. She has some health problems, and she's even lost a lot of weight from where she was before. So she wanted one, so I'm making one for my mom. So here's where I'm at. I've got this panel made. She wears a size extra small. No, I don't. This is the panel I'm working on. This is the panel that's done. No, wrong. This is the panel that's done. This is the panel I'm working on. So tell me, do you think I'm going to be able to get this finished tonight? Between tonight and 3 o'clock tomorrow to give it to my mom for a Mother's Day gift? I think I can do it, because really it's just the two squares and you just sew them together and make the neck hole and the armholes, and then do a little bit of trim work around the neck and the arms and another couple rows along the bottom. I think I can get it done between tonight and tomorrow afternoon, but I always put myself in these predicaments, don't I? I am the queen of procrastination. And I've been working on that for her for God knows how long. Oh, goodness. I frogged mine back out twice more since our live yesterday. And now I'm about on row 6, and I'm not lining up. My stitch count is correct, but my peaks and valleys are not lining up. And it's frustrating the ever-living snot out of me. I wish we would have gotten a better idea of who's working on it with us, and maybe we should scrap it and pick a different project. No, we'll struggle through. We'll get it. Even if we've got to come up with something on our own, we'll get it. I refuse to let it defeat me. Hey, Margaret, you're not too late. You're fine. Yeah, Sherry, if I step away from the diamond painting, I would probably be able to get that done, huh? Deborah, you're right. I do work best under pressure. I definitely do. Definitely do. But I do have some homework that I have to do for some retreat prep work before Mindy and I meet up next, and I am not going to procrastinate on that. I'm going to work on that. I decided I'm going to set myself up on Monday, once the boys are back to work and school, and uh, get that done, because Nate leaves for Washington, D.C. early Wednesday morning. And Jeff has taken Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off from work because Nate's going to be gone and he wants to do something. So I don't know what he quite has in mind for doing something. I kind of am thinking that we're going to do maybe a kayaking trip, and do some fishing would be fun, or even taking the boat out and doing some fishing would even be more fun than kayak fishing. I hate kayak fishing because I'm always afraid that I'm going to tip over as I cast or as I'm reeling in a fish. I don't feel very secure in a kayak. I need more wax in my multi-placer. Linda, are you talking about the pattern that we're having a hard time with? It's called the Electric Sun Tee. Or are you talking about the top I just showed you? That's called the Kaleidoscope top. Kaleidoscope tee. Jody, you're funny. You're glad you're letting us work the kinks out. Yeah, I thought you were going to do this project with us. Oh, Joe says, been there, done that, and unfortunately have several t-shirts. Yes. Um, I I have found that my favorite summer tops last summer anyway, because I think that's the first year that I really did wearables was last summer. But all of my favorite summer tops are crochet pieces that I have made, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a nice feeling of accomplishment when you're wearing something and you know that you made it yourself. That's why I want to get my sewing skills going, because I would love to be able to sew my own clothing. And like Mindy was saying, I would love to be able to make project bags. Not even just to sell, but just to have for myself and make for my friends. Because even though $30 is a good deal for the one that Mindy got at her craft show today, still, how much of it can't be very much money in materials to get, to get that. So if you could make one, that'd still be a good savings. And you never know, maybe I will sell them. Jeff is big on Mindy's husband Dale gave Jeff a bunch of hardwood for making knife handles, and he's been playing with that wood a little bit. And that one piece, Mindy, that you said reminded you of a male phallus. He loves that piece because it has like the knotted hole, and that's what he's going to use to mix it with the epoxy resin, and then that hole will kind of show will be filled with resin. I don't know. He was explaining it to me. He's all excited about it. And then he loved the black walnut too. So I think him and Nate are out there working on knives right now. But yeah, Nate leaves for Washington, D.C. on Wednesday morning, and he'll be gone until Sunday. So we have never, Nate is 14 years old, and in his 14 years, we have never been without him for longer than an overnight. Like if he went to spend the night at a grandma's or something. So it's going to be really, really weird to not have him around. He got spending money for his trip from his Nima Jennifer, and from his Mima and Biba. Okay. Nate chose these names for his grandparents. We have Nima Jennifer with an N, Nima Jennifer, and then his other grandparents are Mima with an M, Mima and Biba. And he came up with those names when he was just starting to talk, and now that's just what we call them. That's what everybody calls them. So it's funny how kids come up with their own little nicknames. So he'll have plenty of spending money on his trip. As part of what we paid for the trip, they give them each $28 a day during their travel days. So $28 for the day on the day they're traveling there, and $28 for the day on the day they're coming home. And that's for when the bus stops, for them to get a meal and snacks and whatever. Um, they that they pay for themselves, but it's out of money that we've already paid for the trip. So other than that, all the meals and everything are included um, in the cost of the trip. So it'll just be his spending money will just be for souvenirs um, and whatnot. So I hope that he spends wisely. He's usually pretty good with his money, and he probably has some money left over from Christmas too, because he's like I said, he is really good with not doing a lot of spending. Um,
Talk about me.
I can talk about you if I want to. I'm saying good
Turn the stream off. You're done.
things. Nate's mad that I'm talking about
Talk
it.
about. There's nothing funny about it. You're done.
You're funny. But I think he's pretty excited about the trip. It'll be a good time. We just have to. Jeff got him some new underwear, so he would be going with fresh, clean underwear. I thought that was a funny thing to be worried about, but I guess. Gotta have nice drawers if you're going on a trip. Don't want anybody to see in your holy underwear. Not that he had holy underwear, but I just thought that was funny that that's what Jeff got him was fresh new underwear. And it's just such a different world because like I know when the girls went to Washington D.C. when they were in middle school, they weren't allowed to have cell phones, and now it's the opposite. They are like making sure the kids all have cell phones to be able to keep in contact with. And we don't have that tracking or whatever on his iPhone, but I'm thinking maybe we should turn that on just for the trip, just so we can just in case anything were to happen because when Maddie went on her class trip to Washington D.C., she got separated. She went to the bathroom, and by the time she came out from the bathroom, her group had moved on, and so she was lost in the Holocaust Museum for like 45 minutes, and the bus was like gonna leave without her. They sent a teacher in to search and find, and they did finally find her after about 45 minutes, but she was very frazzled by that. Um, whereas she would have had a cell phone, would have been a lot easier. But at that point in time, I don't think she even had a cell phone. I think because we waited until the girls were quite a bit older before we allowed them to get cell phones. But that was several years ago, and things have definitely changed with that. Everybody has a cell phone these days. Oh, hi, Sue. You're officially moved. Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome back to being a Michigander. I love saying Michigander. I think that's the best. I was watching a show and they were talking about like people who live in Los Angeles, and they were calling them um, Los Angelinos. And I thought, well, that's a neat thing to be called. But I think that Michigander is the coolest. I love being a Michigander. And I have heard it's called Michiganian too, but I like Michigander a lot better. Joe says, my girls and I have Life 360. It shows where we are and if any of us are in trouble. Is that an app, Joe? Maybe that might be better. Maybe we should look into that. just for the trip. I always know where he is when he's home, but just for the trip, it might be worth it to just have that extra added peace of mind. But yeah, so we're all excited about that. Other than that, not much going on. Just getting ready for the retreat, and um, I want to work on my kaleidoscope top tonight after I'm done here, and see if I can get that done for my mom. I think that would be a nice Mother's Day gift since I started it last summer. I just happened to think about it too because we were just going to get plants for the moms, which is what we normally do for Mother's Day. Just get, a hanging flower basket or whatever. But I thought, well, heck, we could save the money if I could finish up that top that I already had started for her. It is an app. Okay, Joe. Oh, yeah, Linda, I'm so sorry. Yes, the electric sun tea is the one that we're not sun tea like you drink, sun tea like a t-shirt. That's what we're working on for our crochet along. And I don't know, I don't understand. It's baffling to me. The pattern repeat is 16 stitches. I, I counted 16 stitches. So to me, that would mean that your beginning chain should be a multiple of 16 plus 1, but it's not. And I'm just wondering if the pattern is not correct. I was even going to go so far as on her blog as to read any comments if anybody else was having problems with it, because I just think it's too coincidental that Mindy and I are both doing it, and we were doing 2 different sizes, and we're both coming up with the same problem. Um, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. And it's an Evelyn and Peter is the designer of the pattern, and I have done other Evelyn and Peter patterns, and I've never had a problem, with with their patterns or the way they're written or anything. So I think it's just weird. Just weird. Yes, Joe, that is yeah, that would be nice to have that peace of mind of just knowing that everybody is safe. Absolutely, especially being a single mom. It makes me wonder because I think we all do. We all rely so heavily on knowing where our family is at any point in time because everybody's available via cell phone. I mean, virtually everybody. Um, it just makes me think back to when I was a kid. Now, if I told my mom, "Hey, I'm walking to so and so's house after school," um, they would have to wait for me to get to that person's house and use the landline to call and say I made it safely. Whereas now it's like instant, you know, where you can know where your kids are 24/7, at a moment's notice. You don't have to wait for stuff like that. Or even I'm going for a bike ride. If I told my mom I'm going for a bike ride, she didn't know where I was. You know what I mean? And that was just normal. Where in today's world we wouldn't even that would be like a nail biter, to not know where your kids were. Okay, I have to remember that I'm doing this upside down. I'm gonna do. They look like 6s to me, but they're really 9s. That's one hazard of working upside down, is if you have uh, drill colors or drill symbols that are easily like this one with the arrow or the triangle on the bottom left, it'll show up at the top right because I'm looking at it backwards, or I mean upside down. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be a little bit more careful when you're working upside down. But I'll definitely get this done tonight. These two sections done tonight. And maybe I'll even get a third done. I feel like I got it in me. I took a very long nap today because I didn't sleep last night. So I'm up and I'm raring to go. Raring to go. I still am sleeping like a baby. And that doesn't mean I'm getting a lot of sleep. That just means that I'm sleeping at weird intervals. I got 12 hours of sleep the night before last. That's because Mindy worked me too hard. Oh, I missed some 4s there. How did I miss those? I need 3 of those bad boys. Get those on there. Get those on there. So I know we talked about it on Mindy's live, but I was diamond painting and I wasn't fully reading all the comments. What did everybody get today? Did everybody buy something good? Did anybody get the big Howie Green one from Dreamer Designs? Anybody? 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 I really wanted that sucker. He is so cool, but Mindy talked me out of it because she's right. You don't need another huge kit to do. And, you know, maybe someday down the road. And I also love the one, I don't remember what it was called. My favorite ones that came out today were the Howie Green one and from Dreamer Designs. And then also, I don't remember the name of it, but the one with the 2 birds from Diamond Art Club. It was 2 birds in kind of a, let me see if I can find it, because I won't be able to describe it. Let's see, Diamond Art Club. New arrivals. Oh, where is it? It's not on here. Where'd it go? The 2 birds. Why is it not showing up? I don't know, and I don't know what it was called, so I don't know what to tell you. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Sorry about that. I needed a drink. Yes, prop up your foot, Mindy. Prop up your foot. Hi, Satcha. How you doing? Oh, Sherry, I can work upside down. I can work upside down, sideways, every which way. Every which way. Now, I say that, but I have tried to work, I've worked sideways on my big diamond painting Deutschland Josephine wall, but I cannot work upside down on that one because there are just too many directional symbols that I would get confused about. So that one I can't work upside down on. But usually I don't have a problem working upside down. I just have to keep reminding myself that a 6 is a 9 and a 9 is a 6. That's the ones I usually get most confused about. So I'm on, so I need to know, we need to have another discussion about what round drill painting I should work on, because I can't work on Train of Dreams because I can't find the rest of the drills to it. So we need to vote on a new work in progress that's a round drill kit for me to finish up. And I'm thinking of one that I don't have very much left to go on is, oh, I know what I should do. I know exactly what one I'll do. I'm looking at it right now. I'll do the, I'll finish up Orange Crush. I'll have to find the drills for that too, but I think I know where those are. Orange Crush is a Dreamer Design, um, beautiful floral. That sounds like a good plan. So I'll break that one out for my round drill kit now that I'm done with Cape Cod Afternoon. I only need a few of this color. Oh, Margaret, you're on a no-buy? Sacha didn't buy anything either? Oh, the two birds sold out. Okay, Deborah, that's why I didn't see it. Sherry's thinking about the butterflies. The color in the butterflies is beautiful. I'm just, this is probably gonna be a really unpopular opinion, but I'm not a huge fan of diamond paintings with motivational sayings. I don't know why. It's just not my favorite thing. Just not my favorite thing to do is motivational sayings. And really, any diamond painting with writing, I usually don't gravitate towards. And I don't know why. Just personal preference. Um, a lot, just like I do gravitate towards skulls. I love diamond paintings with skulls. And that's not going to be most people's cup of tea. Just, we've all got different preferences, and just because yours and mine are different doesn't mean that mine is better than yours or worse than yours. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit of glare there, hard to see what the symbol was. But I got it. Yeah, Orange Crush is so beautiful. Linda, I started watching the video tutorial. I haven't watched it all yet. Oh, Don, you got one of the mystery kits the other day? Which one? Which one did you get? Mystery kits are not my deal either. I found that out the hard way. And I'm so glad that I only ever bought 2 of them. Because I've been tempted multiple times, just because I liked the artist. Like I was tempted with the Christopher Lavelle one. But some of his stuff I like, and some of it not so much. Like I loved Succubus and what was the other one I have of his? Medusa. But there's some of his that I don't like, so I didn't want to take a chance that it would be one of the ones that I don't like. Benedict Blue was the bird one. Okay, Deborah. Well, I'm gonna have to find that and put it on a notify me when they restock it, because I really love that one. Lisa's on a no-buy. Margaret's on a no-buy. We're all on no-buys. Well, it's going around. It's going around. Which is fine. Okay, how long, if you did not buy a new diamond painting, how long do you think you could occupy yourself just with what you have on hand in your stash? If I didn't buy another diamond painting, I'm wondering how long I would be able to work on diamond paintings before I ran out. Tell me what you guys think. What would that look like for you? Would it be months? Would it be years? Would it be a lifetime? What do you think? Get in there. I'm having a heck of a time here. I would be hard pressed. I would be hard pressed to make that estimation. Because I go through phases where I diamond paint like crazy, and then I go through phases where I crochet like crazy, and diamond painting kind of takes the back seat. But I'm sure that I could go years, multiple years. I could probably go years just on my works in progress. If I didn't start a new diamond painting, I could probably go for years. Satcha says 2 years. Anonymous says 3 years. Mindy says 40 years. Jody's at least 5. Yeah. Sherry says years. Berta says for the rest of my... Hey, Berta, how you doing? I didn't even know you were here. The rest of your life? Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Dawn, you only have 7 in your stash? That's awesome. I wish I could do that. You gotta keep it down. Keep it down to a minimum. I have some diamond paintings to show you from a budget company that I haven't been able to show you because I, for the life of me, can't figure out where they're from. I have no idea where they're from. I looked back on my emails and I can't find where I chose these particular diamond paintings. So I don't know if somebody just... There is one company that I told them that if they wanted to just send me some stuff, whatever they wanted, I would show it. But I don't know if that's who it's from or not. So it's been sitting here for months, and yeah, I have no idea who it's from. So I can't even make a video. And it sucks too because there's a cross stitch kit in there too that I would really love to do. Oh, how many whips do I have? How many whips do I have? Over 50. Over 50. When Mindy was here, I think we counted 54, but I've started a few since then. I've finished a couple since then, but I've started a few. And they're at all different stages of completion. Caden says 100. Caden is exaggerating. And I'm so glad that you're here, Caden, because I got out my pretty pen just because, so I wouldn't get yelled at for using the ugly pen. Also, I'm glad you're here so I could tell you I did finish Cape Cod Afternoon finally. So, woohoo! 1 down. So 99, Caden. No, that's not true because I started a new one because I finished an old one. So I started a new one. Some of them have very little done on them, and some of them have quite a bit done on them. And I found, oh, this is really cool, you guys. I might run out to the other room. I want to show you something. So, this just kind of happened. I didn't plan this. But I have a tapestry pillow cover that I haven't been working on, but I had it. And I decided to start working on that. I'm going to run and get it. You guys hold on for just 1 second. Get out of there. Okay, I'm back. See, that didn't take me too long, but now I gotta go over here and get this out of the... But I was going through some stuff in my craft room, and I happened upon this. Here it is. It's poppies, red poppies. And I'll just show you a picture of what it's going to look like when it's finished. Here's all my yarn that goes with it. Oh crap, the pattern isn't here. Well, I'm not going to be able to show you what it's going to look like when it's finished, but you can see what it's going to look like when it's finished. Red poppies with blue and black. It's called like nighttime poppies or something like that. Well, that made me think I have a whip from Treasure Studios Art that is black and blue and red poppies. And look it, isn't that going to look cool together? So I'm going to do the pillow cover and the diamond painting, and put the pillow cover on my one leather chair that I have out in the front room, and put the painting above it. I think that's going to look really, really cool. Isn't that neat? Isn't that just an odd thing that I had a matching pillow cover to the diamond painting? I thought that was really cool. Hey, Cynthia, how's it going? How is Cynthia tonight? I'm going to put that in there. Set that to the side. Okay. Okay, Jody, when you say 1 square a month on a whip, are you saying one work in progress, just do 1 square per month? I can definitely commit to that. That's easy peasy. But that'd still take me years and years and years to get it finished. I think I need to go a little bit, heavier of a commitment on that. I definitely need a bigger commitment than that. All right, I gotta find a new color. Let's do C. If I can find C. C. There it is. See, everything that you can see. Isn't that a kid's song? I think there's a kid's song about someone went to see what he could see. Great, now I'm gonna be thinking of that. It's a kid's like rhyming song. Miss Molly? Was it Miss Molly went to CCC? To CCC what she could see? I don't remember. Somebody's gonna know. So Maddie is, as of today, all moved into Grandma's house. And I didn't help. And do I feel bad about that? No, I do not. Because she decided to take her new friend, we're going to call him a friend, with her to go move out of her house her and Austin's house. And Jeff and I didn't think that was very appropriate, so we chose to not participate in that. And Jeff feels really bad about that, but I don't. I don't think that was cool. So if anybody's wondering how Maddie's doing, that's how Maddie's doing. I'm glad that she's all moved into Grandma's now, and she's going to be here in close and in town. There's going to be no more going back and forth, so that's all good. We still have her dog. Jeff thinks that we're going to be giving the dog back when we see her tomorrow. I kind of think that he's dreaming. I don't think that dog's going anywhere. I think that dog's going to end up here permanently. Which, it's funny because Jeff and I, we go back and forth. Like, sometimes the two dogs together drive me absolutely up a wall. And I just want to pull my hair out because they're just playing and running and jumping and tumbling and and they're both big dogs. You know, Boduc's probably 100-pound dog, and Junebug's probably about a 75-pound dog. So they're really kind of just tearing around the house and just being complete animals. So there's sometimes when they get on my last nerve doing that, and then Jeff will talk me down off the ledge, you know, because I'll be like, when is Maddie gonna get her damn dog? You know, I want my peace and quiet house back. And then Jeff will kind of talk me out of it and say, you know, it's not really fair. If the dog goes back to Maddie's, it would have to be in the crate all day while Maddie's at work, and that's no kind of life for her. And, you know, you're home all day anyway, and, you know, just let her be. And then there's other times when I'm fine with them, but they drive Jeff nuts. And then I have to talk him down off the ledge because he'll get to saying, when's Maddie going to get her damn dog? But, so, you know, we teeter-totter back and forth on the whole dog thing. Like with Nate going away to Washington, D.C. this weekend, we were even think of going camping, taking the camper and going somewhere. But do we really want to camp with two dogs? We wouldn't be able to go out on the boat or anything because we wouldn't be able to leave them both in the camper while we were out boating. And I don't trust either one of them to be out on the boat together. I think that would just be, it would try Jeff's patience too much. So I don't know what's going to happen with the dog. We go back and forth on it. I'd really like to see her out there with the dog just for companionship reasons, because that house is out in the middle of nowhere, and it would be nice for her to have the dog there. Just, I think she'd feel a little bit more safe and secure. But how much is she going to really be home, you know? So we go back and forth on it. Yes, Jody, exactly. If I pick the ones that are almost finished, I will free up some storage. You're right. And that's why I picked Orange Crush, because that one's probably 2/3 of the way done. So if I could get that one done, that would definitely free up some storage. And I've got also Into Wonderland is almost done. That one's probably 3/4 of the way done. Then I've got two sitting there that just have like 2 sections left to be done. The Crystal Canvas Art Design one only has 1 section left to be done. And then I've got Summer Night Dreamer Designs that only has 2 sections left to be done. So yeah, if I worked on those, I could definitely free up some storage so I could start something new. Woohoo! Oh, Sue, you're working on Woodland Church. Pretty. Okay, Margaret. Have a great Mother's Day. Thanks for coming. Are you talking to me? Is that Woodland Church is a Chuck? Yes. Okay, Jody, funny story about Jeff should build a large kennel for them outside. Funny story about that. We have one. We had one, I should say. We ended up repurposing it for the chicken run. So right now it's being used for the chicken run. But we had a large kennel outside for the dog. And we put Boduc in there one day while we were working outside in the garden. This was 2 summers ago. and we looked over, and it was a chain link fence. A chain link fence. He had chewed the chain link fence away and pulled it away from the corner and made a hole large enough for himself to get out of. Chewed the chain link fence. So he cannot be trusted in a kennel, in an outdoor kennel of any type. If he's going to chew through a chain link fence, there's nothing that's going to hold him in. And it's weird because he's not a chewer. Like in the house, he doesn't chew on things. But he just did not like being in that kennel. Not at all. Not at all. Woo! Catherine just had a finish. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome. How exciting, Catherine. Ooh, Anonymous was 2 release papers away from finishing Fujiflora. Do it. Do it. You could do that tonight. You could have that done tonight. Oh, that's exciting. That one is so beautiful. So colorful. I never got it. But it's one of those ones where I wish I had. Because it's so pretty. It's so many colors. It is big. I know, I think that's so funny, Jody, that was your first DAC was Fujiflora. Caden, I work at a cow ranch. Do you mean cattle ranch? Cow ranch. Oh no, Sue, all your storage is packed up somewhere. Yeah, you'll just have to get new. It's going to take you a while to get through everything, I bet. What a pain. I can't even imagine moving across the country. That just sounds like a lot of work. You're probably relieved that that's over with. I hope you're getting all settled in. Yeah, maybe he'll be different if he was with Junebug and had company. Or it will give her, I don't know. I wouldn't trust them to go away for like, I wouldn't trust them to go away and be in there alone together. They're monsters. They're absolute monsters. Yeah, he is older now. Oh, Cal Ranch is an ag store in Idaho. Okay, okay. And what do you do there, Caden? Just like customer service or stocking or what kind of stuff? That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. All right, well, we talked about Mother's Day. We talked about buying stuff. I think I pretty much talked about everything that I can think of to talk about. It's pretty bad when I don't have anything else on my mind. But I think I'll let you guys go a little bit early tonight so I can go work on my mom's Mother's Day gift and hopefully get that finished tonight. And I think I'm going to rip out that shirt one more time. And I'm not going to let it have the best of me, that Electric Sun tee. I'm not going to let it get the best of me. I'm going to figure it out. I'm bound and determined I'm going to figure it out. And I'm using my good Noro yarn on it too. So I don't want to end up with something that I'm not going to like and having used all my good yarn. So I want it to work out. Want it to work out correctly. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful Mother's Day and a great rest of your weekend. For those of you who aren't mothers or not celebrating a mother. And I hope to see you all in the coming week. I love you, everybody. And good night, everyone.